Mongraal was insane for his time. Kyle Mongraal Jackson, now known as Mongraal, is a British streamer and professional competitive gamer in Britain. He also is known for streaming and has over 7 million followers. From competitive gaming, he has earned over $700,000. That is very, very impressive. We do not know much about Kyle's early life, but Mongraal is from Sidcup, Kent, where he started the gaming at the age of 8. Mongraal, as a kid, loved Call of Duty and Halo, obsessing over the game. He was an insane prodigy for his time. By the time he was 9 to 10 years old, he had begun competing in first-person shooter games. He reportedly has said to be topping scoreboards and even beating semi-professional players in Halo and COD. Those days helped him develop into the great Fortnite player he is today. In 2018 and 19, Mongraal joined Team Secret and had Friday Fortnite success. On April 25th, 2018, at the age of 13, Mongraal signed with the esports organization Team Secret. And just 4 days later, he got an interview with BBC. Epic Games at the time was not hosting any official tournaments, but he did win a small tournament, with quotation marks, remember that, being Fortnite Friday, with Team Secret Dominic's I'm not gonna pronounce this right. Domentos Bunts, earning them 10K each. That is right, $10,000 each. Jackson completed in Epic Games' first ever big tournament, where we saw many rising players. I'll get to like Poyo being Epic Games Winter Royale in November 2018. He almost qualified, but he sadly was not in the competitive age limit, with that being 16 at the time, now 13. He was only 13 at the time, but shortly after that, the Fortnite World Cup came around, and they lowered the age limit to 13. Then at age 14, he would compete in tournaments ahead of the World Cup qualifiers. He would eventually play successfully with his World Cup duo Mitro. Shortly after, the Fortnite World Cup would happen, and he would join FaZe. The Fortnite World Cup consisted of one solo and one duo qualifier. The Fortnite World Cup was the biggest tournament that Fortnite ever had. It brought in the biggest player ever to play Fortnite, being Kyle Booga Giersdorf. The Fortnite World would do very well as Mongraal finally qualified on the final week of the solo tournaments. He was one of only 18 players to qualify for both sides, duos and solos. In 2019 and 2020, Mongraal would qualify for FNCS. This would be the birth of FNCS, right after the World Cup. People know this competitive time. People know the early birth of competitive as the Fortnite World Cup era. The biggest tournaments were the Fortnite Championship Series, also known as the FNCS. For the first season, Season X, Mongraal, the game mode was trios, and Mongraal would dominate. He had teammates being Benji Fishy Fish, and Metro, collectively known as MMB. In the 6 qualifiers, out of all the 6 qualifiers, MBB finished first 3 times, 2 second times, earning them 134,400 from each qualifiers alone. In the grand finals, however, MMB were targeted at their landing spot, finishing 10th place, earning $3,200 each. A very, very, very high place for very, very high and good placement for their first ever FNCS. Then, this is the craziest thing to happen to Mongraal. Chapter 2, Season 4. After failing to contend for FNCS 3 times in a row, with Tayson, they won FNCS. That was the highlight of Mongraal's career. This was the rise of Mongraal. This is when he was at his highest peak. He would never reach that again. In 2021 to 2023, Mongraal would fail to qualify for FNCS time and time again, and he would even have a brief retirement. Although Metro Benji Fishy failed to perform well, that would affect Mongraal, with him playing Fortnite less and less, until Chapter 3, Season 1 is when he would last play in FNCS for that time. Mongraal went to the gym shortly after. He also spent his retirement traveling all around the world. There are no official details where Mongraal traveled, but all we know is that he traveled internationally. But that's when he would return. During 2023, Mongraal would return with another absolute beast in the Middle East, being Mr. Savage. Once the Chapter 1 map returned on November 3rd, 2023, Mongraal started playing Fortnite again. When Chapter 5 Season 1 started, FNCS would be where Mongraal found his time. He would play with his duo Martin, Mr. Savage, Foss Anderson, and they would qualify for the FNCS Grand Finals. This is the best they've done in years. They failed to qualify in Chapter 5 Season 2. They moved to North America shortly after in an attempt to qualify for 2024 Global Championship. They would go back to trios as the game mode, and they would place 8th in Chapter 6 Season 1's FNCS with Panzer, winning one of the 12 games and earning $11,600. This is now 2025 through present day. After the 8th place in FNCS, Jackson stopped playing with Mr. Savage, since failed to qualify for the FNCS Grand Finals multiple times alongside multiple teammates. Then on April 4th, 2025, Mongraal signed with Red Bull Gaming, lasting all through 2025. Then on May 10th, 2025, Jackson Mongraal played in FNCS Pro-Am with content creator Ali A. The duo finished last out of 20 teams. Then in January 2026, they once again announced his partnership with Mr. Savage in a 40-second video ahead of FNCS duos. Mr. Savage, oh come on. Mongraal is a great player overall. He has won an FNCS. He has qualified for Grands multiple times. And he has been through almost all of Fortnite competitive history. Mongraal is one of the toughest standing players to ever play Fortnite, no doubt. But what is next for Mongraal? Well, Mongraal has changed a lot over the years. His play style is known as being one of the best at aiming and having reflexes. And he is officially gonna be playing Fortnite for a while longer. And that is the rise and fall of Mongraal.